Hey, Long Island. Um, Look, I'm sorry. I know I lost my temper. I've been losing my temper a lot lately in videos, and I, uh, I'm just disgusted with the way things are. And look, I know you have every right to live it up. You have every right to have a nice meal in a nice restaurant. I don't begrudge you for that. Um, you know, but you have to look at what I'm going through, and how I feel when whatever little I have is threatened to be taken away, and it feels like I'm completely ignored. And honestly, living in this place is very, very difficult for me. And you have to understand that when you have this view out your window of a brick wall, and you have no air, and you can't get air in your apartment, and air where you live, and this is the view out your window, it might drive you a little mad too. All right, and when people tell me I don't deserve to have any better, that just sets me off. It really does. And because I feel like this is wrong what's happening to me. I deserve to live somewhere that I feel happy. All right, whether that be somewhere else on Long Island or New Jersey, whatever. And look, a lot of where I live, a lot of 80%, 70% of my misery where I live stems from this view out my window that I have. I don't even know how an apartment like this is even allowed to exist. All right. Um, and then of course, yeah, I live in a town. I live in an area that's dead once the sun goes down. It's very depressing. It really is. And I have mental illness. I have depression, and it's very bad for my mental health. I would much rather be in a place like Rockville Center, but I know I have nothing in common with people like this. They have that way of talking. They have, look, I don't hate you, all right? I'm sorry. I don't hate, look, there are very few people I actually hate. The only people I really actually hate are, the orange monster and his whole crew there, all right? But I feel like I'm being treated unfairly and discriminated against. And when you keep somebody down like this, sometimes I get angry and I go overboard sometimes, and I do apologize. I don't like I don't want to sound like a ranting, raving lunatic. All right, but again, you have to put yourself into my shoes. You have somebody out there, somebody who has taken over our country, that is threatening everything I need to survive. And when my representatives and my fellow Long Islanders, I feel like they don't care. It just it just makes me just very upset. All right, so please understand that. Um, I know I have to get out of this place one way or another, and unfortunately, the way things are on Long Island, again, if I can't get out of here and I can't find another place on Long Island to live, I have to go leave Long Island. But I can't deal with this anymore. It's making me go crazy. All right. Um, and there's all the hate I get. I shouldn't even bring this up, but I'm getting harassed. Yeah, I'm getting harassed by this kind of stuff. Yeah, right in front of where I live, I have these stupid posters put up all about me. I mean, this is what happens when you speak up on Long Island. This is what happens, and it just breaks my heart. It really does. There's so many things that I will miss terribly about Long Island when I leave, and one of the main things, obviously, is the transportation, the food. The transportation, especially, because I mean, I can take a bus and it takes me right to a trail to this. In New Jersey, you have to walk always a little bit to get to the Pine Barrens. There's never a bus that takes you right in front of it. So that's going to be difficult. But I can't survive in this place anymore. And I feel like no one is helping me. No one cares. And I know it could be worse. I'm glad I have a roof over my head. But again, I'm scared that what I have now is going to be threatened. And then the New York State, they're more Kathy Hochul is more focused on keeping her congestion pricing than trying to fight Trump on these cuts to Medicaid and Social Security and stuff. Whereas I feel like New Jersey will speak up for us. Whereas New York, it's just all about the Wall Street crowd. So understand. Again, I'm sorry, especially to the finance professionals. All right, I really am. I don't hate you, but you have to understand how I feel when everything in the state is geared to people like you, and I feel like I'm completely left out of everything, and that's where I have my anger. So please understand that, and I'm sorry. All right, thank you.